Hello and welcome back, guys. This is Ibrahim Quraishi here, and today I'm going to go through a troubleshooting session. I was requested for these couple of times, and I recently had an opportunity to work on one of my subscribers' issue. His name is Haris, and he's based in US. So this is a live session which I have recorded over Zoom. I hope you like this session. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Ibrahim Quraishi. I deliver VMware tutorial for beginners, and if you are a beginner and you're learning virtualization, or if you are maybe in IT but you want to learn more about virtualization and VMware, be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and hit the like button. I post 2 videos every week, one on Monday and one on Thursday. So they are around 4 p.m. in UK time, which is London time. So be sure to subscribe to my channel. So in this troubleshooting session, what we'll do is we'll go through 2 scenarios. We basically, when Horace reached out to me, he explained to me that he was unable to vMotion. I have seen his lab setup, so I knew that he is already running 2 ESX hosts, physical ESX hosts with the same model of CPU. So I was a bit surprised to see this particular error message. As you can see, it is complaining about EVC that usually says that it's CPU which is having a mismatch. So I was surprised to see that, but in the session, it's an uncut session, so you can see it's a big session if you want to go through it, but I will put it as it is so that you understand how we basically went through the troubleshooting phase and resolved the issue. So this was the first session, the first error message which we resolved, and then we came across another issue while trying to vMotion. So as you can see over here, we got stuck on the step number 2, which is select compute resources, which is when we resolved the CPU EVC issue, and then we moved ahead, and then we basically hit another block on select vMotion properties right over here, select vMotion network. As you can see, this was more oriented on offload or security policy. I think when Haris was setting up his first machine, he basically did some tweaks on his network which he shouldn't be touching, and he wasn't clearly aware of. Again, obviously it's an honest mistake any beginner can do. So check out this video. I hope you enjoy it, and comment down below and let me know. You can always reach me on Twitter. My blog is agileops.co.uk. I will post step-by-step session, like step-by-step screenshots how to resolve this issue. It will be under offload or security policy error. So just started recording, and today we are going to troubleshoot vMotion issues now. So I'm going to request for control, and I have Harit on line with me, whose lab which we are sharing to see whether we can troubleshoot this vMotion issue. So if we check, I think we already got some errors which you were telling, right, Harit?
Yes, and I have the similar CPU for the both hosts.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Haris, for sharing your lab. So we are going to create this session for troubleshooting, and it will be on my blog and website. So what we'll do is quickly have a look at the host first, and then we'll go to configure, and then we'll basically go to not here, virtual switches, and then we'll check at the virtual switch, which is vMotion. Okay, have you given a different IP for vMotion? Okay, 192.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. 192.168.0.52. That's fine. Okay, and then here, can you see the problem, Haris?
Because I'm not added the vMotion, but we have management network. We can use it to make a vMotion, or we should make a new VM kernel.
We can use management, of course, But what you have done is on host 1 you created a vMotion network, right? But it's missing on host 2. Okay, so that's another thing. This is why I messaged you earlier and I said whether you can check whether you have vMotion. Okay, what we can do is let's quickly go to adapters and have a look what's happening. What we can do is we can edit this adapter, as we'll try it the first way you said. So vMotion, you enabled it here, I can see that, and it's management traffic and vMotion traffic as well, which is brilliant. And let's go back here. Let's check your management nick again, and let's check whether you have vMotion enabled here. Okay, that's fine. Because we have that vMotion, we need to remove this one just to avoid any confusion.
Okay. So just I have a question. If I make VM kernel vMotion, I should make it for both hosts, not just for one host.
Yeah, if you're using a dedicated one, then create a dedicated one for all of them. It's so sensitive if you're using a standard switch. If you created a port called vMotion with lowercase vMotion, and then on the other host you created the vMotion network, but you named it in capital letters, it won't work, because it's vMotion again, but it's in capital, so it won't work. So very case sensitive. And again, at the moment you're using standard switches. Okay, once you this is the reason, this is another disadvantage of standard switches. You have when we use the advanced level of license, you can leverage the distributed virtual switch, which means you create one distributed virtual switch and you add all the hosts to there, then all these problems will go away, because it will be a distributed switch. In one of the sessions I have explained how distributed switch will be advantageous to use. Okay, we still don't know whether the problem is resolved, but let's check. So where is the VM which you want to move around? Where is it sat? Which VM is it you want to move?
This I think this one, it's on. Yeah, it's on. But I would like to see in which host it is. So let's see the VMs. This is in the host 1. I would like to migrate it to host 2.
Okay, so before even we do that, the one of the pre-requirement of vMotion is you need to have shared storage. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
So what you need to do beforehand is you need to check where this VM is sat. So for doing that, you go here and click on hard drive, and then you can see that it is sitting on iSCSI data store.
It's shared
storage. Okay, which is good. And is that iSCSI data store shared? This one, it's sat here by the looks of it. Click on VMs. That's the one, yeah?
Yes.
Windows Server 2016. Is that the name?
Yes.
Okay, so we right click this and go migrate. Select compute migrate. Before that, let's click on this VM itself and then see some of the aspects. So when I say some of the aspect, it says here that it's sitting on first host. Yeah, it's in this cluster and it's using the VM network. So now we'll right click on this, select migrate, click next.
Yeah, it's work.
Select this, compatible, next. Current, okay, see this is another error message. Current connection network interface adapter 1 cannot be used vMotion network because the destination network on the network host is configured with a different offload security policy than the source network on the host. So what have you changed something on this network policy? So this is the thing, you need to have, this is why VMware has pushed the but see, the problem for compatibility is gone. You can move it now. Can you see that? The compatibility is going. Now the error message is moved to a different one. We would to be honest, it would have been great if you started off with showing the viewers the error message, but you have a screen. Have you got a screenshot of your error message which we were getting before?
No, I don't have it.
Okay, that's fine. Well, let's try and fix this issue. So first of all, what we need to do is right click and so that was giving you an error message of EVC mode or something, right? Okay. So there you go.
Okay.
There are two things here. See, you still have this showing. You need
Client.
to. I told you to change it to client device previously when we did a demo. Okay, so that could be one of the issue, but it wasn't connected as such, but it could be one of the issue. Let's quickly trial and error this. Yeah, let's quickly try it again. Select 2, next. So okay, that wasn't the issue. So it's saying currently connected network interfaces, network adapter 1 cannot use the okay. Okay, so best what we will do is I will take a screenshot in my in your computer here.
All right.
Snap. Okay guys, so we got the snapshot. Just to read it again when we are doing some troubleshooting, let's minimize that, click cancel, quickly go and no, cancel that and quickly go and check some settings here now. Edit settings. So here you have VM network, browse. There's only one network here. Okay, VM network, cancel. Go to host and clusters. I want to go to virtual switches. So this is the network you're using at the moment. Whoops, it's gone up here. It's called VM network and it is connecting all these hosts, and this host is also sitting here. Agreed? You happy with that?
No, can you say that again?
So this is the VM network you're using, right? VM network, and your host is here, and in fact every other host of your which is sitting on this host is using this VM network. Okay, now let's see what's happening on the host 2. Click on host 2, then you have only one network here and it's having open file, and it's also called VM network. So because it's called VM network, it should allow you, it's the same name, right? Should allow you, but what we are finding is it's not allowing you. So what we will need to do is we will need to add a VM traffic network adapter. Okay, so this is how we do it. So you create a virtual machine port group for standard switch. Okay, click next, and I have done this session and I have showed you how to create this. If you want, I can point it to the video again, but over here we'll be using the same switch, and then next, and then we'll call this switch as VM traffic, just to isolate it from other traffic. Okay, which is basically is your production or virtual machine data which is going to be transferred from here. Okay,
It is a switch, virtual switch,
and it's for VM traffic. Okay,
okay.
It's not VM network. VM network is a default one which gets created when your ESX host is running. Okay, so it is virtual machine traffic, or to keep it simple, it is, let's call it your production traffic. Okay, production traffic. Now in production environment you will have VLANs, like you are CCNA guy anyway, you know all about VLANs. So if you do have a different VLANs, we can select a particular number of VLAN, but because we don't have any VLANs or anything, we are not going to do anything. We'll leave it at 0. So what you need to remember here, Haris, is the name is very important to keep the name same on the other ESX host. So I have right click and copy the exact name what I have created. Okay. And then I give next.
I should do it in the both host virtual switch.
Yes. So you'll see a new switch created soon. Over here, if you go to virtual switches, and then the switch will be called production traffic, and at the moment 0 machines are connected to this because we didn't add anything. Okay, now do the same here on the ESX host, and then what we do is we basically go to your VM kernel adapter and then basically create add, and then basically say virtual machine port group, which is going to be a standard port group. Click next, and then we are going to browse, select your switch which is available, give next, and then give the same name which I copied, and again no VLAN here, give next, finish. So now we have, if you go back to virtual switch, you can see another production traffic here. Okay, now what we are going to do is when we vMotion it, there are two things when we vMotion. There is compute vMotion which happens, the CPU vMotion which happens, and then the handover of the traffic, because the VM is trying to move the traffic on one network. When you go to other host, if that network is not available, then it won't be able to move the traffic. So this is why it is failing. So the best thing, is this VM running now for you? Is this having OS running? Does it have a IP address?
Yeah. It's handle IP address. Yeah.
100. Yeah. Okay. Brilliant. So we can do some live demo of migration here. Oops. So what we do first is, let me open our favorite command prompt. You might heard Microsoft is getting rid of command prompt going forward. So it's going to be only PowerShell going forward. So ping 192.168 and 0.100, which is Harris' network. And is it correct IP I got, Harris? Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't remember what's the IP address for this host. But let me see.
Okay, yeah, it's failing. So again, I think you don't have VMware tools running. This is why you can't see the IP address. So guys, you need to have VMware tools running to be able to see the IP address and DNS and everything.
So it's not turning now.
So I will. You want to log in and check?
Yeah.
So use this over here. Control Alt N. Just give CMD and IP config and get the IP, and then we should be able to get the IP. This is one of the things, because you don't have VMware tools running, it is very sluggish. Yeah, let me try and do it. Whoops. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to ping, no, ipconfig, just ipconfig. Okay.
47.
So I'm going to start a continuous ping from here. It's going to the gateway. We can see that. Open the command prompt here. It's not reaching because that's the wrong IP. 47 is the right IP. Back 47 space.
Maybe it is not in the domain for. No, I don't think it's the issue.
One 192.168.0.47, is that not the IP address?
Yes.
Okay, and what subnet are we in then? Have you got different subnets?
Understand.
So you're using the same subnet, I guess, isn't it?
Yes. Maybe the DNS gateway, the DNS, or I don't.
Can you get to the gateway from here?
Yeah, we have reachability to gateway.
Okay, so this can get to the gateway, and this can get to gateway, which is here, but you both are unable to talk to each other.
Okay. Okay. So ping from this one to 47, or from 47 to 39, 039, and we will see what's the issue. From here to 47. No, from here to 47.
Just one second. 39, did you say? 39 is working. What is 39?
No. You are from the 39. So ping 47.
47.
Yes. Okay. It's okay. Back to another one. Not the screen. The other screen. Okay. Ping 39.
We know why it is not working, right? Because the port is disabled. You just build this machine.
Which port? 39, not 39.
Your machine is a new build, right?
Yes.
So by default, Microsoft doesn't allow ping.
Why?
Because security, no one should know that it is on the network. So even your machine is not responding to ping.
So how you enable this?
Well, you just need to allow it. So you just need to create a rule on the firewall to allow it. Okay, for now, I think what we know, what I'm going to do is the fact that you're able to get to the gateway is the main thing. Okay, we'll start a continuous ping here. Okay, I'll show you how to do the how to allow the ping. Don't worry. Okay, I'll show you that in a minute. First, let's complete our test. Now we are going to do one smart thing. We are going to move this, and we are basically going to add it, browse, and we are going to move it to the production network. Now you can see the new production network which you have created.
Okay.
Okay, now your network issue will be resolved. So basically your machine is running on the host. If you scroll down, you can see it's ESXi1, which is here. Okay, go to VMs. It's running here. Right click, migrate, next, select the second host, compatible check succeeded, which means the CPU and memory is, sorry, the CPU is the right CPU, and you have enough memory to move this host. Click next. What is happening here again? Yeah, production network, and basically we are going to have it to production network. That's fine. And then what is it saying? Currently network interface network adapter 1 cannot use because the destination network on the host is configured with a different offload security policy. You have done something with the security policy, Haris. This is why we are getting this error message. We can have a look at the security policy later, but I think your vMotion will be successful going forward. So basically what we have to do is select the destination network for each source. Okay, you're only doing one anyway. Do you have more than one network card on this?
Which one?
For this VM, have you got more than one network card or not?
No, I think just one.
So network adapter type 1, production network. So
Oh my god. all my troubleshooting, all my problems like heavy salt troubleshooting.
No, what I mean is, have you changed anything here on the network security?
No, I didn't do
You
anything.
didn't do anything, okay. On any of these, yeah? You haven't changed any of these. Auto negotiate, okay. vmnic switch 0. Click on all. .39 is this particular IP? This particular host is 39?
39, this is IP for my laptop, which
So 192.168.0.39.
this is my laptop. When I open my Wi-Fi, this is the IP for my Wi-Fi for the laptop, not for the host.
Well, unfortunately, your this one is showing the same IP address. Acha, okay, so this is observed range, so it's able to see your laptop. That's what it is. Okay, I was wrong. So let's go back kernel adapters again quickly. vMotion working on here. Production. Okay. I'm going to try something for a virtual machine.
Hold on, just give me 1 minute.
Okay.
I would like to see this. Maybe this, or it's not. It's already connected.
You don't have multiple NICs, so you don't need really to do any configuration.
Okay. So I'm just, maybe I told this, maybe it's, but I have just one NIC, one uplink, so it's,
yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, if you have two, you can configure Firo. So let's try this. I know this machine is powered off. I'm going to try and move this machine because there's no production traffic running at the moment.
Okay, the control.
Migrate.
Which one you choose? Which one? I will let you know. No, because you know this is virtual machine in the local data store, not in the shared data store. Which one you would like?
How big is this machine?
This is.
It has 5 hard drives.
Brother, I would like to let you know this machine is not in data store, shared data store, local data store.
Okay, that's fine. It's here. It's using 13 GB. Okay. Okay, that's fine. So to move a machine which is in without the shared storage data store, you basically select this option. And again, your VM is powered off anyway, isn't it? So you use this option, and then you go, and then basically you move it to a host which you want to, like this one. Click next, and then you select where you want to move it. So we can possibly put it on shared storage here. Okay.
So can you repeat it, because
Basically, because it's powered off, you can move it anywhere you want. Okay.
yeah, more. Yeah, you know why I ask you the reason, because I have VM. I would like to migrate it, and it's already stored in the local store, not in the shared store. For that reason, I would like to know how I change the VM.
Yeah, so you select this, change both compute and resource storage. So
Okay.
because you have compute as well running on a host and storage also running on a different place, but you want to move it to a completely different location, the storage and also the CPU and memory, the compute. So use this option third, which migrate the virtual machine to a specific host or a cluster and their storage. So with vSphere 6.5 and 6.7, they allow you to do it without shared storage. Yeah, no sharing, no share migration it's called. So you're not sharing CPU or memory or storage. This is allowed when you are doing to migration to cloud, because when you're migrating to cloud, the cloud is not able to see the storage which is on your company, right?
Okay.
So this is why no sharing, migration, cross site migration, or obviously even they are doing cross Atlantis migration from US to UK or something like that, crazy. So this is the way you do it. Basically you select the host which says compatible, which is fine, go next, and then you select storage where you want to put it. You can disable DRS and see exactly where you want to store, because you have a couple of drives here. Maybe you just want to select the biggest one which is available for you, then click next, and then that's it, pretty much done. It's already on VM network, which is obviously available on both the hosts. You don't need to do anything else. You just basically select that and click next, and then basically it's done. It will move from this particular host which it is on at the moment, and it's already gone, as you can see. No, it's here.
No, it's now moved from the local store to shared store, data store, from local data store to shared data store.
You'll see that. What did we move? Which one did you move?
To iSCSI, maybe.
Did I move for OpenWiler or FreeNAS just now? FreeNAS, yeah. So FreeNAS is basically, it was actually connected to summary. It was connected to host 1, right? Whoops. Host 1. So it will basically move eventually and come here. Okay, and then the storage is also going to be moved. So we can see that if we put running task, possibly you'll see it's still happening. Can you see that?
Okay, so it's gonna change from host 1 to host 2?
Yeah, eventually.
Okay.
So it's still 32% done.
It is called migration.
This is called migration, but you can do live migration as well. So say for example, if you want to do live migration, you select, and this is one of the problem which we are seeing because of network. So we can say change both. Okay, although it is shared storage, you just basically select cluster and then say select, yeah, and then basically select which storage you want to put it in. Maybe you select this one for now.
No, this is local. This is local.
Okay,
not
so this is shared, yeah. So select that.
Okay.
Go next. Again, we are still getting that particular error message. Currently connected network interface, network adapter 1 cannot use network protection because the destination network on the host is configured for different offload for security policy.
Maybe this is
on the host. See what, there is some change which you have done with the security policy, which is why it is blocking us. So I took the screenshot. Let me try and fix it first, and then we will be able to do that. So that is the only problem here. So what is the security policy? We can check. First we go to configuration.
Brother, maybe this is reject, accept, or accept, or
no. But did you change? Did you change anything? You said you didn't change anything.
Yeah,
Add virtual network security policy. So it could be here in physical. So it says auto negotiate property.
So I think maybe this is reject, accept, or accept, reject. Do you?
But where did you change it?
Um,
Do you remember doing anything like that?
no. When we go to VM kernel, I think VM kernel.
No, just network. See, this is the error message. So it's basically referring to network adapter cannot use VM. Okay, let me quickly I'm going to do something here. Quick check here.
When I'm configure when I'm add VM kernel adapter, there is like in the security it say accept, reject. Maybe this in both hosts not compatible, and we got this error.
Oh, okay. Because it's a physical error, to be honest. It's a physical card VM nick error which I'm seeing here. I don't know how to change it, to be honest.
Okay, I will show you.
Yeah, show me. How did you do it?
So here's VM kernel. VM kernel that we are here. Let's see. Not here. No. This one. This I mean reject. Maybe not compatible with the other one. You see this?
No, not this one. This is not that.
And
This
that?
is promiscuous mode, MAC address changing, force transfer. This is advanced troubleshooting options. You leave it at reject. If we start accepting it, your network will be flooded with so much traffic. Um,
Maybe we should make refresh for the when we already added the a new protection traffic. We should make a refresh and rescan.
Nothing to do with rescan here, because this is physical network, right?
Yes.
I don't think it is going to. It's not storage which we rescan, right? Storage we rescan and refresh, but this is a physical network thing which you're saying all local virtual switch where your virtual select the page virtual switch services and click edit review the security tab. Okay, so we checked this host, but we did not check the other host. Yeah, go to the other host, and you know the security policy where you said management.
Maybe.
No. Where was this? The security policy which you just showed me. I can't get to that now.
Yeah. VM kernel adapter.
It's in the adapters. Okay. Yeah.
Virtual switches. And then in the in there.
Edit settings. Yeah.
So it's different. Reject, accept, and another host reject.
Yeah, this is it.
Maybe.
Yeah, this is it. You're right. This is it. Because everywhere it should be reject. You should not be changing these unless you're troubleshooting.
I told you I believe that, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. So this should all be reject. You're right. You pointed it right. So we go again. Check whether the IP is okay. So this is the thing. You're 100% right. This was the error message, because when we are it's saying about the same thing. See, security policy, because it's accepting it. That means all the traffic which VMs are sending, what happens is, if it is not meant for the host, right, or if it is not meant for a particular network, your network will drop it. It will ignore it. Yeah. But if you accept it, it works as a sniffer. If you have a packet sniffer in the network, like TCP dump or something like that, if you are using that to monitor all the traffic, then you enable those things to accept over here. Does it make sense? So if you are monitoring your network to accept for what do you call, for monitoring, for troubleshooting, and you want to capture all the TCP packets, then you basically accept it here. MAC address changes, forge transmit, and even promiscuous modes. Specifically, promiscuous mode is all the traffic which is coming to one particular VMA, you can duplicate that traffic and copy it on VMB. Okay, so these are advanced features. So that possibly is that problem which you had. And you should be able to move it. But before that, we can see possibly, okay, this is halfway done. What we'll do is we'll quickly move this VM for you now, and eventually we'll see it moved. The vMotion should work now. Right click, migrate, touch wood. I think that was the security alert which you saw. So there you go. Next, it should be compatible. No, really? Why is it now? So it was disabled on the other host, right?
What? Did you check it in the both host?
No, I didn't check on this host. That's why I'm checking it now.
So we are working in management network or in production traffic.
I'm checking the management network now. So it's reject. All of them are reject. Okay.
Okay.
Check the production network here. Yeah, it's all reject.
So okay, but in another host, we should check the production
network. Yeah, I'm doing the same. Maybe it has copied it from the.
It's different. See, different.
Yeah, this is one. So it copied it from the host, from the production. Sorry, management network. It copied that configuration probably. So okay, here we are. So we are moving this particular VM to this host. So right click, migrate. We are not doing both, we are just doing compute. Next, select the other host. Next, bingo, there you go, compatible. Next.
Oh, finally. Next. Finally.
Finish.
Yeah,
and then that's migrating everything. And then you can see there is no ping drop. So it's moving virtual machine. It would have been good if we can ping it and check it from here, but the ping is not working to that machine. But you can fix that. You just need to Google how to enable ICMP on Windows 2016, and you should be able to do that.
Okay. Finally, finally you fix it. Finally,
yes. But there were two issues we fixed. First issue was because you had a vMotion network on one host and the other one didn't had it. We should have just show the people. Now next time the good thing would be to show the error message first, which we got to start off with. Yeah,
So
then we can start troubleshooting so that people know that we have fixed one error and then we have moved to the other one. So I've recorded all this. I'll upload it tonight and you'll be able to see that. But you know what the problem was. So obviously it's now moving and then it's so slow though.
So I would like to see how I change the VM from local store to shared store, and because I will make like a practice on that, and then I will check the VM kernel.
90% of the time in production environment you will not be running on anything on local, because that's a big risk. If your host dies, everything goes. Data, all the data from your VM goes, and it's no benefit anyway, because obviously if the host dies, there is even though you will have the other host, they won't be able to power it on because the VM is also gone with the host. So you need to fix the host to get it online. So maybe it's a CPU error, not a hard drive error. But unless you fix that CPU and bring power on that host, your VMs are not able to reachable. This is why.
So I have
another VM has moved. You can see it here.
Yeah.
It has migrated here.
In which data store?
It will be on the shared data store, because it is already on the shared data store anyway. So if you click on data stores, click on data store 1. No, it's not here. Data store 2. See?
Yes.
It's already on shared data store. Because it's on shared data store, we use the first option, only compute migration, and it is still able to see the VM from the shared data store. That's why it migrated it without any problem. And this is the other migration which is happening in the background, because it's 13 GB. This free NAS server which we are moving in the background, right? So that's all done. So
okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
I already deployed my vCenter in host 1. Okay, as a VM, I deploy it as a VM in host 1. Can I migrate it, the vCenter from host 1 to host 2?
Of course, let's do it now. We don't even need it. We didn't even need that production network, you know. The VM network is also on both the networks. You can move it. So let's move this vCenter, migrate. Let's show everyone where it is running first. So vCenter is running on host 1. You click on host 1, click on VMs, and you can see the vCenter running here. Okay, so right click the vCenter, click migrate. Next. Is it on shared storage?
No,
it's not shared storage. So see, this is what happens. If it is not shared storage, it can only see one host.
Yes,
because that storage is not shared. But I will show you another thing, live migration for both the compute and CPU. So click next, data store, select second host, and then next it will allow you to choose the storage where you want to move it. I want to put it on storage. Click next. Okay, so you know the problem here, right? We did not disable that option for your production network. So you go here, virtual switch, and then here it has copied all the settings which you have given. Never touch these settings. These are advanced settings. You will be flooding your network with so much unnecessary traffic. So we know exactly the problem, why it is why it is not working.
For each one,
it would have worked if I enabled these two options on the other host. Yeah, it would still work, because the configuration and security policy which you have set on this MAC address and teaming failover policy will be the same on the other host, and it will still work. But because it is different, it is accept here and reject there, and I didn't even consider that you might have changed this policy, because this is advanced settings. No one will touch these settings unless they know what they are doing. Okay, so this is why I thought, okay, but you said I know what they did. I was like, okay, so I guess you need to make sure these are also not having that enabled. the thing will happen, which will happen is you'll be flooding your network with unnecessary traffic, and you'll be slowing down your entire network, you know.
Yeah, so we should set it in the both host, in the both VM
no, we should
kernel.
never set it unless you're troubleshooting or you want to capture your traffic. So it's only when you're actually you want to run a TCP dump or network tracer in your environment for troubleshooting, only then you should accept those options. Does it make sense?
Yes.
By default or any time you configure, you should not change it. You should leave it as reject, and it should be always rejected. So you make sure all these options are changed to rejected. What you're doing is basically you're flooding your network with all the broadcast traffic. Anyone is sending any traffic, it's going everywhere else, because what that does is, instead of going to, how network works, obviously, if a packet is for from A, and you have 10 machines, and the packet is for machine C, then it will go to the machine B and say, is this your IP? And the machine B will reject it. Yeah, say I'm not C, go away. Yeah, and then it will go to machine C and it will say, yeah, it's me, give it to me, and it will take it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but because you're accepting it, you're saying any traffic it is coming, it's going to say, yes, it's mine, give it to me. You're accepting the traffic unnecessarily.
It's like a hub when it's make a broadcast.
It is a broadcast. This is what I'm telling you. You're broadcasting your domain unnecessarily.
Yeah.
And broadcast traffic is bad. You know that, right? Brother, it's Maghrib time here. I don't know, I can't. Oh yeah, 35. So I'm going to basically say reject on here, and I think that's the last network adapter anyway. And you wanted to check how to move the vCenter, right? So we will it will take time because your vCenter is quite heavy. It's 30 gig, and we're happy to move it to shared storage from Windows. Yeah. Windows
okay, it's okay, man. It's okay, brother. You did the best.
So it's here. What you do is you just right click, you migrate, you change both. Next, this is live migration. This is not cold migration here, because your VM is running, right? And we are basically using the vCenter itself.
Yes.
So if there is any network jitter, we'll lose the connection of the vCenter itself. But hopefully it shouldn't be there. So we put it on this storage. Yeah. Next. Compatible. Next. See, there's no issues at all. Compatible.
Yeah.
See, the only issues came because of that reject, which accept, which you had there. Okay, vMotion high priority. We want it on high priority because obviously we are using this network as well. So next, just hit finish. That's your vMotion of this vCenter server.
So you change it to the host 2 and you change it to the shared data store
at the same time. Yeah.
Great.
So you'll see at some point this will change and it will say ESX2, but you need to wait for this complete taskbar to go.
ESXA2 and the storage shared data store. We will see when it's completed.
So the other one which we were doing for FreeNAS is completed, I think. So if we go and click here, FreeNAS is here. Can you see that?
Yeah.
FreeNAS was on first host, right? It has OpenFiler was on first one, so it's moved. No, it wasn't. So maybe it's not done yet. So we go back here and change to running task and see what is running. So we move this up. So they are still, this is 88% remaining.
And the vCenter, it say relocate. Yeah.
It's relocate on this one. because we gave the DRS to choose where it is going. This is why it's saying applying DRS, but because I selected relocate specifically to which LAN which I wanted, it's basically saying it's relocating from one place to another. Thank you very much for watching. Comment on below and let me know if you like today's topic. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and hit the notification bell to get all new updates from me. My blog is agileops.co.uk. Be sure to subscribe to my blog because all the videos which I am covering on my YouTube channel, I'll be posting blog posts around it, so you can follow with step-by-step instructions with screenshots. I would love to hear from you, so you can follow me on Twitter and send me a message on Twitter, or you can send me a direct message at Ibrahim Quraishi, as you can see here. Enjoy watching and keep sharing. Cheers, bye.